Okay, so we are in the chapter number 8, that is our streams and files. Okay, now in this chapter we have already discussed some of the stream classes related with our, you can say, the C++ language. Now, what are the classes of files we have already discussed? That we have our main base class, that F stream, derived classes IF stream, F stream, and OF stream, as well as the file buffer. Right, now file buffer can connect it with the stream buffer, and all the classes are comes under the F stream file. So mainly you can concern with the iOS files also. Now, what are the uses of F stream base, IF stream, OF stream, and F stream? We have already discussed, right? So, whenever we require to, you can say, write something, or you can say, if we want to read something from the file, if we want to write something in the file, we can use the IF stream as well as the OF stream. Now we have two ways to open the files. First way, using the constructor function of class, and second way, that is using the member function as open function of the class. Now useful when we want to manage the multiple files using one stream. Okay, and here the constructor function may be useful for the when we use only one file in the stream. Okay, so we have major two concept with us: to open a single file, or you want to open a multiple files. Now using constructor we have already discussed, right? So that is our constructor name OF stream, and object name, that is out file. Okay, and this is the file name. Now this is IF stream, your constructor name, and in file, that is my object name, and here the data is my file name. So whenever you are concerned with this OF stream output file, it is may concern only with the output, and IF stream, that is may concern with the input only. And if you want to write something on the file, you can use this total as a variable. Here you can see this sum is also one type of variable, and in file stream is also one type of variable. Now we have discussed this also in the last session, that when you want to deal with the two files, that is a stream working on one file, right, you may concern with more than two files and two programs, right? Whenever you want to write something, whenever you want to read something, or in a single file, right? Now, yes, what is the use of this close function? So this close function is used to disconnect your file from the connected program. Now, how you can open a file? Okay, so till this we have discussed. Now come over here. Okay, yes, this one. The function open can be used to open a multiple files that use the same stream object. Now, for example, we may want to process a set of files sequentially. Like first I want to process the file number 1, second I want to process the file number 2, third time I want to process this one file, right, sequentially. So in such cases we may create a single stream object and use it to open each file in turn. Now what is the syntax, or how we can write this? So file stream class stream object. Okay, so first we have to write the class name, that is my stream object. Dot open is my keyword, and file name, we can write the file name over here to open the file. Now open and close a file. How can you open or how can you close that file? So OF stream is, you can say, the constructor name. Out file, you are creating the object. Now out file dot object dot, so whatever the stream object you have, right, So here our object name dot open function, and here you can write your file name. Here my file name is data1. If you want to give the extension like data1 dot txt, right, you can give the extension. Now after completion of some operations, right, I want to close that file. So I can write out file, that is my object name dot close. So disconnect the string from the data1. So I'm disconnecting file or disconnecting my string. Now out file dot open. Now I want to open one more file. Okay, that is named as data2. Okay, and after completion of some operations, I am closing that file. Now a stream can be connected to only one file at a time. So that's why what we have to do. First I want to close or disconnect my file 1, and then I can connect with the file 2. Okay. Now a stream can be connected to only one file at a time. So before connecting it to the another file, we need to disconnect it from the previous one. Okay. Now, how can we detect our end of file? So we have option that detection of the end of file condition is necessary for preventing any further attempt to read data from the file. Now, we can use the while over here also. Now, what is fin? So this is, you can say, the object of my stream. Now stream object which returns 0. This stream fin returns 0 if any error occurs in the file operation, including in the file condition, right? So whenever I am expecting that my file should be running properly, or my file must be running in a proper way. Okay, so in that case, if my fin function will return you the 0, right? This is my stream object. So this stream object may return you 0. In that case, you have to understand, or you need to imagine something like error may occur right now. Okay. Now, or we can write something like this. If I find, that is my stream object, it may be f input, f out, f input file, whatever the name you have given of that your stream object. Okay, this is user defined name. So fin.euf, this is end of file function. Now what is the work of this end of file? We'll discuss. Is not equal to 0, then exit 1. So end of file is the member function of iOS class, right? This UF is the member function of iOS class. Make sure that this iOS class is already connected with my this iOS class is connected with my fstream base class, right? So you can say that UF is may available over here, right? So you can access it in the derived classes. Now, that UF is the member function of iOS class. Now it returns a known zero value. It returns a known zero value if the end of file condition is encountered. It will not return you 0, but it will return you the known 0 value and a 0 otherwise. That means if end of file is not getting, or end of file is still not reached at the last character of my file, right, it will not provide you the known 0 value. It will provide you the 0. Okay, now we have some modes with us to open up a particular file. Okay, that someone wants to open that file in you can say read only mode, write only mode, append a file, only open a file. So that kind of things we have with us. Like in a C, we have also a mode with us, that append mode, read WR, that is read mode, write mode, and all this stuff. Okay, so the general form of function open, its mode specify the purpose for which file is open. Now I am referring this mode as a write. So what is the purpose to what is the main purpose to open that file. So main purpose is to write something in the file. So if I am setting my mode as a read mode, that means what is the purpose? So I can't write anything in the file, but only the purpose of this file opening is to reading that file. Okay, if I'm opening the PDF file, right, or if I'm giving you a PDF file, then what is the meaning? That you can't change anything in that file, you just need to read it from that file. Okay, now here we have some modes with us, right? So you can say that. So here you can imagine that this iOS is my class name, scope resolution, and after this we have you can say the mode name. Okay, so if I'm returning AWB, that means append to end of file. So what is the meaning of append? So wherever my last character of file is present, I can just add something, or I just can edit something after end of that file, not in between the file. Okay, not in the starting or not in between that file. Now iOS ATE, go to the end of file on opening. So whenever you are opening that file, your pointer needs to set at the end of file. Now iOS binary, you can open in binary file mode. iOS in, open file for reading only. If you are writing in, that means open a file for reading only. Excuse me, wait a minute. Okay, so whenever you want to write, whenever you want to open a file into a reading mode, only reading mode. Yes, I'm fine, but I just want to drink a water. I'm totally fine. Thank you. Now, iOS out. What it means? So, open a file for writing only. That means you can just write only in that mode. So, default value of OF stream class. So, whenever you are using that OF stream class, that means what? So, whenever you are opening a file, that is for the writing only purpose. And here, what is the default value? So, you can say whenever you are opening a file, using ifstream class and with the in mode, that means open a file for reading only purpose. Now what is trunc? That is truncate. Now delete the content of file if exist. Now I want to open a one file, but if someone is already written something in that file and I want to add something, so whenever you are using this truncate format or truncate mode, what it means, it can delete the everything which is available in the file, and you have to write from the beginning of that file. Okay, the previous content is deleted. Now no create, that means open fails if the file does not exist, right? That means what? That if your file is not available inside your folder whichever you have mentioned, right? So in that case it will give you or the error, or it will give you the some kind of thing that open fails if the file does not exist. Okay, so first you have to create that file inside that folder, and then you can use this mode. Now no replace, that means open fails if the file already exists. That means if you want to open a file, but if that type of file is already present in that folder, so you cannot create the same file in the same folder. Okay, so that are the modes of opening a file. Okay, so is there any doubt in this till now? modes of file opening. Okay. Okay, now first one, opening file in iOS out mode also opens it in the iOS trunk mode by default. You have to keep in mind some of the things whenever you are just dealing with these modes. So first thing, opening a file in iOS out. So whenever you are using this mode, out is used for writing only purpose, right? So by default, it will open your file with this truncate mode. Now, what is the meaning of this truncate mode? So this truncate mode by default delete the content whatever is present in your file, and you can write from the beginning. Now, both iOS AWP and iOS ATE take us to the end of file. Then it is opened, right? So this is also go to end of file and opening, and here also append to end of file. So both can reach at the end of file whenever we are opening that file. So what is the difference? So the difference between the two parameters is that the iOS app allows us to add data to the end of file only, while your iOS ATE mode permits us to add data or to modify the existing data anywhere in the file. Right, so in AWP you cannot change anything in the available data, but whatever the data you want to add, you can just append it at the end of file only. In both the cases, a file is created by the specified name if it does not exist. So whenever I'm opening a file and I want to create one new file ABC, right, which is not already there in my folder. So what is the situation? So you can see that if you are opening that file in this mode, it will help you to create the new file if it does not exist. And if your file is there, they can open that file. Now, the parameter iOS app can be used only with the files capable of output. Okay, so whenever you want to print something on the screen, at that time you can use this AWP mode. Now, one more condition. Creating a stream using ifstream implies input, and creating a stream using OAF stream implies output. So you are aware with this. Now, so in this case, it is not necessary to provide the mode parameters. Okay. The fstream class does not provide a mode by default, and therefore we must provide the mode explicitly when using an object of fstream class. So whenever you want to create a file using ifstream or ofstream, no need to mention, or if you don't want to mention that mode, it's okay. But here you have to mention a mode with the file name, because fstream does not provide you the mode directly, default mode. Okay, so what you have to do, you need to define the modes explicitly. Now the mode can combine two or more parameters using the bitwise OR operator. This is your bitwise OR operator, single operator, not two. Okay, the fstream file 1 comma file 2. Here I have just forgot to mention one space. So let me do it. Okay, now fstream file 1 comma file 2. So we have two files with us. Now file 1 dot open. I want to open one file. This file 1 is the object 1, object 2 of which class? You can say fstream class. This is the constructor. These are the objects. Now file 1 dot open data1 dot txt. This is the file name. In which mode I want to open? So iOS out, iOS in. What is the use of out and in? So this is the mode I have to specify. So whenever you are writing the out and in, it is read only and write only. Now file 2.open, iOS app and iOS no create. So app, that means you can only append in the file, and no create, that means if that file is does not exist in your folder, it going to give you the error. Opening is not possible. Now, okay, so till this, any doubt? Any student having any doubt? No. Okay. So now you can just need to give me the answer of some questions which I have just asked right now. Okay. Now, if I want to delete the content of my file, the content of my file, entire content of my file, if I want to delete that content of my file whenever I'm opening that file, which mode is used? One student, TRUNC. Any other guesses? Yes. Okay, good. Now, now I want to go to the end of file, as well as I want to change something in my available file whenever I'm opening that file. If I'm presenting my screen, then answer is too easy for you people, right? So that's why I am not sharing my screen. You have to recall the session and give me the output. Okay, one student mentioned AWP. Yes, I am repeating my question one more time. Whenever I want to open one file, whenever I want to open one file with end of file, as well as I want to update some information which is available inside my, you can say, from starting to beginning, in between my that point. No Arfat, no Ashish. Yes, it's ATE, append with create. Okay, you can say append with create. Append to edit, maybe. Okay, you can append also something at the end of file, as well as if you want to update some information, you can do it. Okay, okay, it's okay. Now if I want to open a file in a binary mode, what will be the answer? Okay, any other students? Mm-hmm. And we have 49 students. Other students can also replay if you know the answer. Okay, yes, it's binary. iOS scope resolution with binary. Okay, now open fails if the file does not exist. Open fails if the file does not exist. Okay, 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 good. And open file for writing only. For writing only, huh? Write mode. Yes, iOS scope resolution with out. Good. Okay, and if I don't want to mention, sorry, in which class, or in which you can say the constructor name, in which class I must have to give the file mode explicitly. I must have to give that mode in which class. Yes, that is f3. Okay, good guesses. Perfect. Okay, do one thing. Uh, right now, I'm taking the attendance because some of the students have just joined the session for the attendance only, right? So today I'm taking the attendance right now. Okay, don't leave the meet. One more time, I'll take the attendance at the end of time. Okay, and I will check it. Okay, now write down your enrollment number. Okay, if any students can't write the number, you can just inform me right now. Afterwards, I'll not allow you. Huh? I guess everyone has written their number, right? So I am writing done, so no one can write the number after this. Okay, is there anyone who is still remaining for the attendance? Okay, now no one can write the number. Okay, now you can't write the number. After some time, I'll open that so you can give the answer if I ask something in the chat. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, who is he?
I can't write.
So whenever I have asked, at that time you have to give me the replay, na?
What? I can't hear you clear.
Yes, before 5 minutes, I have asked the same question, that if someone is not able to write the number, they have to just inform me.
Sorry, maybe your voice wasn't clear for me.
Okay, give me your number.
919
Just wait. 919
00
0
10
10
4020.
020.
4020. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
4020. Class.
TT1 IT.
Okay. So we have discussed this many things. Now we have to just need to specify something, that is one thing which is known as file pointer. Okay. Now, what is that file pointer? So you can say each file have two associated pointers known as the file pointers. Now, two associated pointers means what? Is my screen visible to you? Yeah, and I'm audible also. Yes? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, one of them is called the input pointer or get pointer. and the other is called the output pointer or the put pointer. Now what is the use of this and why we are using it, we'll discuss. Okay, the input pointer is used for reading the contents of a given file location. The input pointer is used for reading the contents of a given file location. The output pointer is used for writing to a given file location. So if I'm giving some location, I need to mention that over here in the output pointer. So from that yes, now am I audible? Where we were at the last point.
Ma'am, the pointer. After that, you left the classes.
Okay. Okay. Sure. We had discussed, did we discuss it, or we are remaining for this?
We are remaining, ma'am. We have
Okay.
just
And
started the first slide.
this one is completed?
Yeah, this one is completed.
Okay, we are here. Okay. So you can decide this input pointer or output pointer. So here we have two pointers with us. One is input pointer, second that is our output pointer. So whenever you are open a file for reading only purpose, so what it means, so whenever you want to read a file, so from starting to the end of file, you have to read the entire file. So my input pointer, that is for the reading purpose, they are going to point at the beginning of your file. Now open in append mode for writing more data. So whenever you are open a file for append mode, so what is the thing over there? So you can say you can append something at the end of file. So you want to write something in the file. So your out pointer, which is responsible for the writing purpose, so it just pointing over here at the end of file. So whenever you want to write something, you can write over here from after your D, right? So this is the thing of append. Now open for writing only, that means what? That you are opening the file for only for the writing purpose. So your out pointer is used for the writing purpose, and it is going to point at the opening or beginning of your file. Okay. Here we have some, you can say, the file pointers function, which can help us to move our file pointer from one place to the another or to the specified location. So for that we have a seekg, seekp, telg, and telp. Now what is the use of the seekg? Moves your get pointer, that is get, that means input, put, that means output. Get, that means input, that means you want to read something, and output, that means you want to write something over here. Okay, so moves your get pointer, that is your input pointer, to a specified location. Now moves your put pointer, that is for output pointer, to a specified location, right? So whenever we are setting this input pointer, you can say it may be used the seekg pointer, and whenever we are setting our output pointer over here, so it may be possible that your file or your program developer may use the seekp pointer, seekp function, to move your output pointer. Telg gives the current position of the get pointer. So it will provide you the actual position of get. Now get means what? So you can say get, that means input pointer. So whenever your input pointer is located, it will provide you the location of that position. Now here in this tell p gives the current position of the put pointer, that is output pointer. Now in file dot seekg with 10. Now what is this? So you can say moves the file pointer to the byte number 10. Remember, the bytes in a file are numbered beginning from 0. Therefore, the pointer will be pointing to the 11th byte in the file. Okay, this is by default available in your system. Okay, now so here, what is the actual thing behind your, you can say, the system? So file out dot open. That means this file out is the object of my OF string class. Open your hello file with append move, right? What is the use of append? You are aware. Now, integer p equals to file out dot tell p function. Now, what is the use of tell p? So it gives the current position of the put pointer. Don't write your number because attendances are really taken. You have just late within 30 minutes, right? You have to join the session within 30 minutes. If you have any reason, you can give me the reason, right? That due to this issue, I can't join the meet. Okay, we'll discuss it later, but right now, don't write the number. Okay. Now, so what my P is going to store? So my P is going to store the location which is returned by my tell P function. On execution of this statements, the output pointer is moved to the end of file because it is opening with the append. And the value of P will represent the number of bytes in the file, right? So you can say your pointer is available over here at this pointer, right? So your seek P will give you the output of till this end. Okay, but here we are returning the tell P. So what it will give you? It will give you that what is the location of your file pointer. Okay, current location. Now seek function, this and this can also be used with two arguments as follows, right? So which how many arguments we can give it? So seekg can use it with the offset, comma, reference position, and seekp will provide you the offset, comma, reference position. Now offset represents the number of bytes in the file pointer needs to move from that location specified by reference pointer. That if I suggest reference pointer 5, reference pointer is equals to 5. So from that 5 to how many numbers you need to move from that location to reach at that offset, right? You just need to define over here. Now reference position can be one of three constant defined in IO class. So you cannot mention 5 and 3. This is only for the example purpose. Okay. But you can give this beginning, current and end position. Okay. That is G, iOS beginning, comma, current, comma, end, something like this. Whatever the data is returning by this function, that data you can use over here. Okay, something like this. Okay, we'll discuss it, but just let me discuss this many thing over here. So iOS scope resolution BG will provide you the start of the file. Current will provide you the current position of your pointer, and end will provide you the end of the file. So if you want to mention this offset, with that you can mention this three condition: offset, comma, reference position. So with this reference position, you can mention this three major, you can say the constant. So it will provide you some data which can be useful whenever you are concerning with this REF position. That you want to starting with which position? So I want to starting with the beginning, or maybe current, or maybe at the end of file. So here of OF string space F out. So that means this is the object name. This is a typo over here. I forgot to put one space over here. Now F out dot seekg 0, iOS scope resolution beginning. So you have to go to the start. Current, that means stay at a current position, that no need to move anywhere. You can stay over there only, that is wherever you are right now, the current position. And here you can set it, go to the end of file. Now here I'm mentioning m, iOS beginning. So what it means? Move to m plus 1 byte in the file. Okay, m comma ios current, that means go forward by m bytes from the current position. So wherever you are, you have to move forward by m bytes. So if I'm mentioning 10, so if I am here at the 20th position, so you have to shift 10 bytes in forward direction. Okay, minus m, that means you have to go backward from the current position, and end, that means go backward by m bytes from the end of file. So in this case, you have to set the variable at the end, and from that position to the backward position till m bytes you have to shift. If I'm mentioning 10 over here, and I am here at the end of file, that is 30, so you have to move 30, 29, 28, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, and to the 2020. Correct? So till this, any doubt, any student? Yes, any doubt, any students? If I go n bytes back, in file and write, then it overwrite or what? Okay, that will discuss. Don't worry, that will discuss. This will provide you the position of pointer. It will not allow you to read or write. That is dependent on your choice, right? If you are opening the file for the writing purpose, so you have to set your pointer accordingly, and you have to write, or you want to write something. Okay, but if you are in the reading mode, and if you want to put your pointer over there, then what is the situation? Okay, it may be override, na, Ashish, because it will not provide you the extra byte over there. You want to add something at that location, then and only then you can go back. We'll see, don't worry, we have so many practicals in that. Okay, so the students who have returned their number over here right now, sorry, but I can't give you the attendance because you are too late in the session. I guess late by 40 minutes, or maybe less than that, like till 12 you were not in the session, right? So don't do that. If you are facing any internet issue, then you can inform me. Otherwise, I'll not provide you the attendance, because you have to join the session within 15 minutes, right? I'm allowing you within 15 minutes. But at the end, last 15 minutes, you are trying to join the session and write the enrollment number. This is not the thing, okay? Because you left so many topics, okay? That's why, and you can't understand the current topic which we are discussing, okay? So sorry, but for today's session, it's because I was disconnected at that time. Okay, Muhammad Asif. Zaina, this is not like that. That man, please. And if you are facing any error, then you may talk with me. Okay, and within only last 10 minutes, you can join the session. Sorry, but I can't give you. Don't chat in your language. I have mentioned it. This is your class, right? So you have to talk in particular manner only. Okay, yes, you may leave the session. Thank you, class. In next lab, we'll discuss the file related options with the implementation. Okay. Okay, you may leave the session. Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, who wants to say?
Ma'am, it's Sampana Singh.
Yes, Sampan.
Ma'am, actually, I was there in the class, but at the time of attendance, I was actually there the electricity
Yes,
got.
yes, I have seen you that you just left the meet. Yes, you can write. I'm laughing because I have seen you, and I guess Hiba is also there, but I don't know why they are
Okay.
unable to write the number. Yes, you can write.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, you may leave the session. Thank you, class.